assault on the lies of the New World Order. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
I think Night on Bald Mountain is a proper way to bring us into this dark discussion. Look, they're building the entire internet technological technocratic structure as a control grid. Not even a control grid to protect everyone as good stewards, which of course it would always be taken over and used for bad, even if the government was good and the system was good. But it's a global private corporate governance that loves abortion, unified across the board, that loves dehumanization, that is trying to dumb humanity down to steal the future, to prepare us for extermination. And that's their own words. And I've, been covering this today while the crew searches everything I say and puts mainstream news articles and documents up on screen. You can take what I say here on air, type it into a computer, and get the enemy saying. Do you understand that? That's the surrealness of this, and why it's bizarre when people call up and say you're doing a good job. I liken it to I'm bailing water in a sinking boat in the middle of the frozen Atlantic. We're going to die if it goes under. We got to get to shore. It's 2 miles away. Keep bailing, keep bailing. Thank you for bailing. Look, thank you for bailing. And I'm not saying you're bad thanking me. I appreciate that. You need to start bailing, and I know you're bailing. But, we need to bail like our lives depend on it. And we bail by waking people up. We bail by standing up. And none of us are perfect, but we have Dr. Stallman on. We try to run Linux system and Gen 2 or whatever you call it. I don't know all the tech stuff. We try. We have some other systems this here as well. We're not purists. We try, because there's hackers out there to protect our systems and government and the rest of it. But, we try to be out of the system as much as we can. But we have to be in it as well, because you have to go into the matrix to fight the matrix. But be aware you're in it if you've got any hope, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what I'm telling you. There's this breakaway civilization technocracy that runs Hollywood, runs the whole system, that is involved in social engineering. And I talk to the public who isn't awake, and they'll be watching social engineering if I'm in a hotel in the lobby and there's a TV on. And then I go, do you see that conditioning? Did you just see that? They're like, no, I didn't catch that. And if you mention, you notice they just did this. They go, oh, yeah, they do that. Well, don't be comfortable with people that are trying to sneakily manipulate you. And then if you knew who they were, you'd really do that. Let's go to Julie here. Julie in California, thanks for holding. You're on the air worldwide.
Hi, Alex. How are you? I want to approach the abortion issue both from a personal and professional side. I've been a nurse for 30 years. When I was 20, I was engaged. I got pregnant. I went and told my fiance at the time, that I was pregnant, and I wound up getting beaten for about 4.5 to 5 hours. He did everything he possibly could to get me to lose that baby. I crawled into a closet that was beneath the stairs. I stayed there for about another hour until I heard him go upstairs. I grabbed my purse, ran out of the house, got to my car.
Well, I'll tell you the response to a man beating a pregnant woman. That's what I'm going to teach my daughters. They get some boyfriend or husband, comes in trying to make a miscarriage, you pull your gun out and you kill them. And because it's better to be tried by 9 than carried by 6. And that's a normal response, by the way. Because, see, notice the feminists would never tell a woman to do that. Metro and La Raza won't tell, Hispanics that they're targeting Hispanic women with a Gardasil to sterilize them, because they're just there to destroy them and turn them into racists, so they're never empowered. And so I'm sorry to interrupt you. That's just incredible. You've been holding to tell the story. I just want to say that someone beating a woman in the stomach, trying to make them have a miscarriage, is trying to murder the baby. It's assault with a deadly weapon. Kill them. Now, I don't get how women put up with men that abuse them, but then women are mean to guys that are nice to them. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying in a general sense. Go ahead.
So, anyway, he followed me through the streets of Belmar in New Jersey. I finally found the police station. I went in. The desk sergeant took one look at me and says, oh, my gosh, I passed out on the floor at that point. They took me to the hospital. My OB kept telling me, all through my pregnancy, you really should maybe think about terminating the pregnancy and whatnot. I said, no. I said, I don't care what happens. If this baby has a problem because of what's happened, I will deal with that. But I'm going to have this child. She's 32 years old, and she has no issues, none whatsoever, not one.
Can you imagine the world without her?
Nope, absolutely couldn't. And now on the professional side, being a nurse, I see women that come in I've probably had, 8 to 10 women through 30 years of nursing that have come in that have had anything from torn cervix on the uterus. I have had them come in with severe hemorrhaging, which we wind up having to give them oxytocin so the uterus starts contracting.
Oh, yeah, they say that abortion's safe and effective. Well, listen, in a super fancy hospital with top doctors, it's and most good doctors, obviously, as you know, won't do it. It's dangerous, but it's one of the most dangerous procedures you can get, especially in second or third trimester. It doubles your chances of cancer in the reproductive tract, as you know, the uterus and other areas. It's unnatural. It causes incredible depression, and a lot of times, as you just said, it ends up hurting the woman's fertility. Go ahead. Tell us as a nurse that's seen it what it does.
I mean, I've had women come in, and they wind up, with the hemorrhaging, they'll have blood clots. So they'll